Most people start their day by checking their phone, chasing messages, and reacting to whatever the world throws at them. High performers do the opposite. Before anyone else can get a piece of their mind, they take it back. And that one choice changes everything. Because the first battle of the day is not with work, it is not with stress, it is not with other people, it is with yourself. If you can win the morning, you give yourself a real chance to win the day. If you lose the morning, the rest of the day gets harder than it needs to be. That is why this matters. A lot of people think success starts with talent, luck, or motivation. But high performers know something different. They know results are built in the quiet moments no one sees, in the early minutes, in the first decision, in the routine they protect before the noise starts. And here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people do not fail because they are incapable. They fail because they are distracted. They wake up and immediately give away their focus. They let the day control them before they ever choose where to place their energy. That is the hidden problem. It is not that people do not want progress. It is that they keep waiting to feel ready. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect plan. But high performers do not wait. They begin. And the first thing they do before anyone else is simple but powerful. They decide what matters most before the world can decide for them. That is the mindset shift. Because discipline is not about being harsh with yourself. It is about being clear. It is about knowing that every day your attention will be pulled in 100 directions. And if you do not choose your direction first, someone else will choose it for you. So what do high performers actually do? First, they start with intention, not chaos, not scrolling, not reacting. They get quiet for a moment and ask, what is the one thing that will make today count? That question changes the whole day. It stops the drift. It creates focus. It gives the mind a target. Second, they do the hard thing early, not later, not when they feel like it, early, because they understand a powerful rule. The task that you avoid in the morning becomes mental weight all day long. But when you face it first, you build momentum. You prove to yourself that you can be trusted, and that trust matters more than most people realize. Every time you do what you said you would do, even when nobody is watching, you strengthen your confidence. Confidence is not built by speeches. It is built by evidence, by showing up, by keeping promises to yourself, by finishing what you start. Third, they protect their energy. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. They think being busy means being productive. It does not. A crowded schedule is not the same as a focused life. High performers are selective. They do not let every message, every opinion, and every random urge steal their best hours. They understand that your morning is not just time. It is leverage. It sets the tone for everything after it. Now here is a lesson most people learn too late. You do not need a perfect routine. You need a repeatable one. That means you do not have to wake up at some impossible hour. You do not need a dramatic transformation overnight. You just need a few steady actions that train your mind to move before doubt speaks. Wake up, make your bed, drink water, write down the top priority, start. Simple does not mean weak. Simple is what survives pressure. Because when life gets heavy, you will not rise to your biggest dream. You will fall to your strongest habits. That is why consistency beats intensity. Anyone can have a big day. Anyone can feel inspired once. But the person who keeps showing up before anyone else, even on the days they do not feel like it, becomes dangerous in the best way. They become dependable, focused, hard to shake, and pressure. Pressure stops feeling like a threat when you have practiced discipline long enough. You stop asking, "Do I feel ready?" and start asking, "What needs to be done?" That is a huge shift. That is the kind of thinking that carries people through failure, rejection, and slow progress. Because progress is often quiet. Sometimes you will work hard and see nothing right away. Sometimes you will stay disciplined and still feel stuck. That is where most people quit. Not because the process failed them, but because they expected instant proof. High performers understand a deeper truth. The work is not always rewarded immediately, but it is always recorded. Every focused morning, every disciplined choice, every time you choose growth over comfort, it all stacks up. And then comes the breakthrough. The real advantage is not that high performers never struggle. It is that they do not negotiate with the struggle. They do not wait for the fear to disappear. They move with it. They do not wait for perfect confidence. They build it through action. They do not wait for life to get easier. They get stronger. That is what the first move of the day represents. It is proof that your life is not controlled by your mood. It is controlled by your standards. So tomorrow morning, do not give away the first part of your day. Before the noise, before the excuses, before the messages, before the pressure, choose yourself, choose your focus, choose the work that moves your life forward. Because the person who wins before anyone else is not the loudest, not the flashiest, not the one with the most talk. It is the one who decides in the quiet that today will not control them. And if you can do that once, you can do it again. Then again, until discipline becomes your identity, until focus becomes your habit, until momentum becomes your normal. That is how high performance is built. One morning at a time, one choice at a time, one disciplined start before anyone else.